Mike here from the Focus Garage coming at you guys with another video. Today we're going to be working on our favorite KDM car. This Hyundai Elantra Sport. You're wondering what's in the box? Well, don't worry, we're going to show you in a second here, but we kind of want to work on complementing the accenting of this recently added black roof on the car. So you can see we've got the whole black roof going on. Got, you know, the tinted windows, the black grille in the front, everything like that. So we're trying to tie this together here. The owner kind of wanted to continue that black theme through the car. So what he decided to do was look online and get something that he feels is really going to complement everything. Got the black Hyundai badge in the back of the car. So you've probably already figured out that this is just one really big floor mat. Well, you're wrong. Unboxing with one hand is not going to work. We'll be right back. Oh, that rail dust. Ugh. All right, don't worry, that's not his car. So, anyways, here's what we've got. If you got spoiler, you're probably right. It's a spoiler. So, the nice thing about this one, and I've actually not seen this on any kind of wings that you can buy online, at least this style of them, it comes with the tape already pre-applied on the bottom there. You can see that you've got it in the corners, nice and heavy, which is where you'll want it the most. And then they've got it nice and smooth all the way through the entire wing, which, like I said, I've never seen that before. If you really want to go crazy and drill holes, you can mount it that way. But, I mean, this thing is super duper light. So I wouldn't recommend drilling any kind of holes to mount this unless you're crazy and don't really trust yourself with the car. The owner did buy this wing from somebody directly through a Facebook group, so I will have contact information for that person in the description below when everything is done. So, what you get in the box is pretty much what you see here. You've got the wing with the tape already applied underneath it, some instructions which we found very, very funny because in other parts of the world, this car is known as the Avante, or Avant. How would you say that?
Avanti.
Probably Avanti, but if you notice, they're not really in English.
Pictures.
You got pictures, which is
1,000 words.
good enough for most people.
Heat it up, stick it down, hope for the best.
Yeah, you pretty much heat it up, stick it on the car, and hope for the best.
Take turns at 90.
I mean, what I find is pretty funny with this is you've got this super primer here, but on the back of it, it is more non-English. I don't know what this is. We'll open it up. Maybe it's a goo. I think it's just going to be a rag that you rub the car down with, get it real nice. But something you want to do here before prep-wise is if it's cold outside like it is here, I think it's like 40-ish degrees, feel the paint. If it's cold to the touch, you're going to want to have to do something about that. So we've got a heat gun here. What we're going to do is we're going to heat the entire trunk lid right where the wing is going to go and make sure that it's nice and warm to the touch because double-sided tape sticks a lot better when it's got a warm surface to stick to. If it's freezing cold, the glue is not going to want to adhere and you're going to have that thing fall off and you're not going to be happy when your however much wing flies off the back of your car and causes an accident behind you. Also, before you attempt to stick anything to the car, you want to make sure the surface is clean. Now, a big mistake that I see a lot of people make with this is they'll go ahead and they'll prep the surface with like a quick detailer or soapy water or something. You don't want to do that. You want to go ahead and you want to spray this with a rubbing alcohol or just a plain old water solution. If the car has been waxed in a while or something like that, you're good. So we're going to go ahead and spray the car down right now, and we're going to get it wiped off and prepped. Something I always strongly recommend before you try to tape anything or put anything on your car is check for fitment. So this piece fits very, very nice. You can see here the car's got a very kind of distinctive curvature with the trunk here where you've got the flat part that runs into like a one curve there and then it comes down again. And this wing actually follows all of that. So when you've got the wing centered here, kind of butt your thumb up to the trunk, butt your thumb up to the wing, make sure that it's to the side. Follow it all the way through here. It's perfectly even on the other side as well. So this is one of the better fitting ones that I've seen. It's very, very flush there. And another cool thing about it too is if you follow the gap here where it meets the trunk, you're going to see that there's also no weird gaps there. From behind, looks very, very nice as well. So adds kind of that subtle little rear lip there. But what I think it needs now is a window spoiler on the top. So this isn't on yet. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this off now. Woo! And we're going to actually heat the trunk lid and get that super primer working to see what happens. Something we did want to pay close attention to, because this makes it a lot easier after all these I've installed. Notice how here in the instruction guides it says to lift the ends up and leave yourself some excess for the middle pieces. You want to follow through with that. The instructions even give you a kind of guide on what order you're going to pull those off. So you want to have the little tabbies, I guess that's what you'll call them. You want to leave the tabs hanging off there for the middle pieces, so that way you can use that to center it and make sure it's tight to the car when you're installing it. So I've pulled off the end pieces here, and then I've left little strings for the middle ones there. We've gone ahead and primed it with the adhesion promoter, and the trunk is heated. It's warm to the touch now. We're going to go ahead and throw this wing on. Due to lack of tripod for this video, you aren't going to see me struggling with trying to line this up. We're just going to go ahead and, throw it on the car, and you'll see what it looks like when it's installed. If I was good at editing, I'd give you guys some kind of cool, like, cinematic pull as I rip this tape off here. There we go. We got the cool music playing there. But because not pro editor, we're just going to go ahead and you get the point. So you'll pull it off on that side towards the middle of the car. Pull off on this side towards the middle of the car, all while pressing it forwards to make sure that the tape underneath is adhering to the freshly primed paint underneath. And then you got yourself a wang. Alright, so we've gone ahead and we've removed the tape tabs, aka tabbies, aka little red strips of strip. And here's what we've got. So I've got to say, I'm super impressed with how tight this fits to the body of the car. So a lot of these, not particularly for the Elantra Sport, but I've seen where you install here, you'll get like water and dirt and leaves in there, and what happens is over time that's going to weaken the tape to the body. This fits, and I'm trying to get this to focus on the camera there, I think it did. This fits so flush that it's contacting the body completely, and the way the mold of the wing is, there's no room for anything to get under there. So that's very, very impressive the way that fits there. And then the wing also has some cool little winglets on the end side that you can see, like right there. And right there on the other side, which I think really adds some nice aggression to it there. There's a couple different styles of spoilers for this car. Not all of them have that, and I think that does add some nice aesthetic to it. Here's kind of a side view for you here to see what you get as it slopes back. So, I mean, it's sharp. It definitely is. It's not like a giant, like, whoa, like a Rocket Bunny kit or anything like that, but it's definitely a very subtle but very noticeable change. And you can see that there. The black roof, the black wing, it really, really goes well. I know people are very skeptical of, how it fits. And like I said, it's very, very close there. There's a little spot underneath where it's not 100% perfect. Kind of on the right side of it. There's a little bit of a gap. Nothing crazy. But if it's going to drive you crazy, you probably shouldn't be buying car parts online, because it's aftermarket, man. It's not going to fit 100%. So, I mean, it's definitely a nice, worthwhile upgrade to add to the car. The owner of the car only paid $150 shipped for this piece. We are in America where this is being filmed, and this spoiler came from Korea, so $150 shipped to the United States is, I feel, pretty affordable for something that adds a nice little, look to the back of the car there. That's pretty much going to wrap it up as far as the installation of this goes. It was nothing overly complicated. Oh my gosh. It was nothing overly complicated at all. If you can work some tape, you'd probably be okay with this. There is no drilling. Like I said, if you are crazy, it comes with holes underneath where you can basically mark the holes on the wing, mark where they line up to the body, and then you could throw, a self-tapping screw or put a bolt with a nut on it to hold it to the car. But I'm not going to sit on this or anything, but it really is super sturdy. I mean, I can't imagine that coming off or anything like that. The mad downforce of these KDM cars reaching speeds of 250 miles an hour, I think it's pretty fixed there. So good on that. No issues at all. Just overall, like I said, very, very easy. You didn't have to buy anything special. If it's warm out, you're good. If not, you'll need a heat gun there, some kind of rubbing alcohol. These did come with those primer wipes, which was perfect for installing it on the car there. And then, other than that, an X-Acto knife to open it up, and you're good. Like I said, this is about as simple as it gets. And, oh, I hear Mazdas in the background. This is as simple as it's going to get for adding something to the back of your car. The owner is very, very happy. This is pretty much going to tie up their car. I'll give you a few kind of walker up. He approves. He approves. Expect a few more videos of this car. Like I said, Honor and I are very big fans of the Elantra Sport and what the car can do, especially for the price point that it comes in at. We've had a lot of requests for an exhaust video in the future, an actual drive along, so expect us. Drive by though right now. We'll end the video on that. But expect, in the future, a nice little clip of the exhaust so you can hear what it sounds like inside the car. I think we're starting it up right now just to give you another kind of semi-cold start. Hit it. All right, I'm gonna pause the video right now, and we're gonna go ahead and get a little drive-by clip for you. All right, here we go. Here's what it sounds like driving away. Definitely a pretty unique sounding car. It sounds good. That's just a muffler delete, as we've said before. That's gonna wrap it up for this one. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to go ahead and post them in the comment section down below. This is Mike from the Focus Garage. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you guys in the next one.